Disneyland Resort. Walking down Catella towards the Simba parking lot to gain entry. DCA is partially opened. Buena Vista Street opened on Thursday. Today is Sunday, as the recording of this. Sunday, 8:15 a.m., give or take a moment. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Close enough, it was 8:28 a.m. Starting off with a piping, warm, hot coffee beverage that I purchased right down there. I will most likely get another one in Starbucks in Buena Vista Street once I get in there. I'm trying out a little bit of a hack, if you will. It is commonly known, kind of on the down low, to park on the harbor side. You can even procure a spot at the Anaheim Hotel instead of paying the $10, which is now what will cost you to park over at the Simba lot when you go in. But a lot of annual pass holders and those in the know will enter through the harbor side, and I have done that in before. But I'm going to test out a theory that you can walk in the pedestrian entrance through Simba. Pedestrian entrance. I always get that confused. Tongue-tied. You can go in a half hour early, maybe 15 minutes early before the vehicles, which would put you at the front of the checkpoint to walk in. I'm just going to test out a theory and keep you updated on the time. And once I get in, I have not had a corn dog, I have not had a churro or a Disneyland popcorn in over 8 months. I'm going to get at least one or more of those items. Once I'm inside DCA, I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Can I get in this way unless you're walking? Which I just so happen to be. I need to pan out. Technical rope drop, if you will. The partial reopenings of DCA. It's 10 a.m. But I've heard they start letting people in about 9:30. So it's 45 minutes before that. And just about that proximity, time-wise, to the parking area being open. So a head start definitely can be given by being dropped off and or walking. Oh yeah, this is great. Way over there is the Galaxy's Edge van. And there's a pigeon or a seagull there in the lot as well. I believe all these cars are just cast members that have already arrived at park over near the entrance. Yeah, this is good. It would be a little bit of a traverse to park at the Anaheim Hotel, which, side note, I forgot to mention, they also charge, I believe, $10 as well, maybe even more, to walk all the way over here. But there really is nowhere else in close proximity to park. But as you can see, there is no one. And there's porta potties over there too. If you, hey, good morning. Yeah, there's, okay, I'm counting a total of about 8 people up here at the current time, which is 8:45. And you can go utilize those over there, which I might do. You know, because I'm gonna be waiting for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, and then go get myself a spot here. Yeah, hack initiated. Only cast members behind me. No other guests walking in from this way at this time period. It's beautiful. As well as the fact that these do not exist on the harbor side makes this more pleasant. Later in the evenings, if you've ever been here or maybe seen photographs, or just take my word for it, this entire area is filled up with hundreds, if not into the thousands, so low thousands, of guests waiting to get in. It can get very busy. This entire area becomes a makeshift queue line. 8:47, I am the last one in this line of less than a dozen. I would imagine over on Harborside there's probably a few hundred, I would guess. Soon I will be walking through there. Also wanted to show this little vending machine. If you forget your facial covering, for just a couple dollars, you can get yourself one right there. And they have the little hand station as well. In case you forget, they got you covered. I think now the parking area is open. It's about 9:12, and Yeah, people are starting to flow in now, so I think automobiles are being allowed in. I'm gonna start doubling back and the line's gonna fill up. Yes, definitely quite a few more guests. So 913 parking area has been opened. Make a mental note. You just said mobile wait will start at 10. At 9:30, letting us in, there's, if I had to guess, there's probably about 500 people already that have arrived. It is definitely a real beehive, became a real beehive of activity. And now heading up to screening tent. How about the 6th person in on this side? It's 9:31. And just like that, at 9:40, I am looking at Carthay Circle. Very beautiful. I believe the Churro chart, or the Churro cart over there is already open. So I'm going to get myself another coffee and then make my way over to there. I cannot speak this early without. I've already been caffeinated once, but I haven't had two. I gotta have two before I can speak correctly. There's also some new annual pass holder merchandise. That is the line for that. I'm gonna get in that after I consume my coffee. After order is place, you have to wait on these little dots. You cannot sit at the booth and you pick up your beverages right there at that table while they prepare it over there in the distance. It's a little bit different situation, but it works. Is it ever too early for a churro? I think not. Not a bad way to spend the morning, getting in a little early. One of the first groups in. Probably I'll say maybe the first 25 people to walk in. I believe capacity is around 500, maybe 700 give or take, and then they cut the line off, and if you leave, then they let other people inside of. And as I am starting to sip on this, I'm also taking my very first bite of a churro, a Disneyland churro, even though granted it is a DCA, the partial reopening, it is a Disneyland churro. Here standing in front of Carthay Circle, and I've also planted myself in front of the waterfall to finish consuming it. I've already taken quite a few nibbles off of it. I'm noticing the music is a lot louder here than it was on opening day, so you have to be very creative with where you do your little food reviews, where you wander around to. You got to have the background ambiance of the water to kind of blend out the tune. That's why I've chosen this rather noisy yet subtle backdrop. Oh yeah, this is so good. This is a tasty treat. And mixed with this, hot cocoa would be good too. Oh, that is like the perfect nectar of goodness right there. The amount of seating is very noticeable. There are chairs and tables everywhere out here. Even though we're not in the other areas of the park, you can still see the distinct animal head here carved out in the rock. Always love that, with it's like growling up into the heavens. Oh dang, there's a lot more people lined up for the AP stuff than I was expecting. Always good to see you, Walt and Mickey. Gotta love strolling down Hollywood Boulevard. Never gets old. All the feels of good old classic Hollywood. Now there are some areas that seem busier, but there's a lot of places where there really isn't a lot of congestion walking through. Very empty. It really just depends on what you want to do. Most of the shops are a little busy, but the main walkways, there's plenty of elbow room. And when I say the shops are busy, they really aren't. It's just they seem that way because everything is extended out with the distancing and all. Some of the stands don't open until a little bit later on in the afternoon. I believe that's the case here, which obviously means I'll be back and try. I've never had a turkey leg. Spoiler, I've never had one of the Disney turkey legs. I have had most of these items, however, these delicious ice cream treats, but never a jumbo turkey leg. $15, that's a lot of meat. All right, I accomplished my mission. Now I'm gonna head into downtown Disney. Go over and see how stage 17 is looking at the moment, crowd-wise. Also known as the Backlot Premier Shop. And there's the little flag there welcoming us in. Looks like a grand total of about 4 people over here to get in here. Yep, everyone's over in DCA, not over at the Backlot Express stage 17. Always very nice in here. Kind of like same kind of World of Disney merchandise. Oh, check out these Star Wars Christmas caps. I thought this was a snow or a bubble maker, but in fact it's just a glow item. But it almost looks like it would be like a bubble maker, right? With a little Santa cap on. Might as well walk over to World of Disney and just see how the line is, or the virtual queue to get in there is as well. You know, we're already here, why not? Ah, I love this season. Look at that tree. So very beautiful and festive. All right, it was a little lengthy. Gonna pass on World of Disney. Of course, it also is a weekend, so that's probably why it's so busy. That and limited capacity, so it takes a little bit longer to get into the stores now. But I did set out to accomplish something, and it happened. And that was to see if I could be one of the first ones to walk into the DCA expansion, the Buena Vista Street, prior to the road drop at 10, and I was. I figured that out. One of the first ones in. First one's here. First one's here. And on a weekend as well, rolling out the green carpet. I would imagine, no clarification of this, but if you're to arrive during the weekday and follow the same game plan, that it might even be a little easier. I mean, who knows? This is all just speculation. Who knows? I'm just always willing to test out new theories, and sometimes the early bird does get the worm, and sometimes the later bird gets another worm. That's a catchphrase you don't hear too often. Oh, in fact, it's probably never even been stated. I might have been the first to ever quote that. The self-pay they haven't pulled off the plastic on these, although the rest of the lot is $10. Whether you're an annual pass holder or not, $10 to park here. Or you can get dropped off and walk in early, like I did. It will be nice if and when, well, it'll definitely happen at some point, but when the rest of the park expands, there are some very heavy rumors that if this goes well, they will extend it. This is all just rumors, that they will extend it into other areas of DCA. And then, heck it, who knows? Is Main Street Disneyland possibly next? Look at this line of cars here. And is that classic car alert, or does that just look like a classic car? Yeah, traffic's backed up now. Getting here early, not a bad strategy. It never is. I've always found out that it works better that way. That's going to do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe by doing so. Helps keep you in the loop and update on future uploads here on this channel. Kind of short and sweet, but got across what I wanted to get across. If you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. They were cones. City of Anaheim. Cones.